Hi, I'm Tom Davidson, Director of Golf at Circling Raven Golf Club in Worley, Idaho, inviting you to experience Circling Raven Golf Club, named one of the top 100 public courses in America by Golf Digest. The most common comment we get from players is wow, simply because they're not used to seeing something so big. We have 650 acres, of which about 110 comprise the golf course, and that is something you just don't see anywhere in the world, really. Another comment we get from players is it has somewhat of an emotional connection with them. There is a lot of solitude here. When you take 650 acres and spread a golf course out amongst that, that's exactly what you're going to get. And people like that seclusion and that really kind of personal experience. You play the back tee and you're playing close to 7,400 yards, and so you're forced to carry the ball a great distance. But we also have the green tees, which are just over 5,000 yards, which do not have a lot of those forced carries. And you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. You have unlimited options from each of the teeing areas, which I think even higher handicaps can have a lot of fun, from a 36 to a +5. We like to say we have 18 signature holes, and with my backdrop here you can see why. They're all just so magnificent, really, and no two holes are alike. Each one is very memorable. Even playing it the first time, you'll be able to look back and really identify individual holes. So that's a really great compliment to the designer Gene Bates and how he was able to make everything flow together. There's a lot of wetlands, a lot of terrain change, which made designing the layout kind of tricky, but it sure turned out fantastic. Circling Raven really is a celebration of nature and of golf, and it's really one of a kind. Golf as nature intended. We're kind of on the edge of the Palouse, which is some of the largest topsoil deposits on the planet, and so we have a lot of that rolling terrain that's very natural, and the native grasses are part of that. To me, my favorite time is July and August, when all those native grasses are kind of at their peak, and the course really changes day to day in color and texture and everything. It makes it very, very interesting, but just beautiful. Yeah, beautiful in the summertime. Our summers here are absolutely ideal. We have, on the average, 80 to 90 degrees, and on this side of the Cascades, it's generally very dry. So between June and September, we have probably 120 to 160 days of just absolutely fantastic weather. I'm a big fan of short par fours that have a great risk-reward design to them, and Mr. Bates has several of those shorter par fours on this golf course that create a lot of that risk-reward. So I'm a big fan of the short but kind of tactical par fours. All of our par threes are exceptionally strong. Even from the forward tees, they can play quite difficult. From number 13, which stretches out to about 265 yards from the back tee, they're all just spectacular in their par threes and very demanding. We've had several tour players come through, and these are the players, again, that play the best courses in the world. They're all so impressed with the layout in general. The test that it dictates from the back tees is an excellent test of golf. Conditioning, our grounds crew does a superb job in conditioning the golf course. Very firm, fast greens, which they love. Really tight, mown fairways. So they've had nothing but good things to say about Circling Raven. So to get compliments from them is quite an honor, and we take those quite personally, really. We did have a representative from the Nationwide Tour come out, indicate that the course was ready to hold a nationwide championship anytime. This year we just debuted on Golf Digest America's Greatest Golf Courses. Golf Week's Top 100 Courses You Can Play. We debuted on that list this last year. The other one would be the Zagat Survey. Zagat Survey is a comprehensive survey that encompasses really the entire property and the services that are provided. We received a gold standard rating, which there was only 19 courses in the country that were able to achieve that. So we're extremely proud of our people and our facility to be able to accomplish that. We do have GPS on all of our carts, and when you have to go through 650 acres, it comes in handy. Gives you a lot of great information if you've not played the course before. We have an award-winning golf shop. We also have our Twisted Earth Grill, which is a full-service grill and restaurant. A new addition for us is the Stensgar Pavilion, in which we can seat 200 people inside. We do weddings, corporate outings there, as well as some of our golf events use that for their awards banquets. We have a 25-acre practice facility, one of the best practice facilities in the Northwest, all grass tees. We have a short game area as well. And our golf includes, again, the cart with GPS, full use of our practice facility, so we have all-inclusive fees here. We really have kind of hung our hat on providing a fantastic value, so the facilities really here are unmatched anywhere, and we take a lot of pride in providing all those for our guests. You know, Circling Raven himself was one of the most highly regarded spiritual leader of the Coeur d'Alene people. And that lineage, that background, and that history is really coming forth in the leadership today. Leadership that is not just thinking about today or dwelling on the past. They're really looking far into the future. Circling Raven is just one step in that progression, and we're going to continue to see that over the next 10 to 15, 20 years. Golf in North Idaho is really something spectacular and should definitely be high on your list to visit. We have Black Rock, which is just 10 minutes to the north of us, and Gaza Ranch, which was just built on the east side of Lake Coeur d'Alene, which are two of the best private clubs anywhere in the world. Also last year we added in Palouse Ridge, which is in Pullman, just about an hour and a half south of us, which was on Golf Digest Best New. Circling Raven's located just 30 minutes south of Coeur d'Alene. We're also really closely located to Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course with their world-famous floating green. So within an hour to 2 hours of Circling Raven here, we have some of the best golf anywhere in the country. I would encourage anyone who's not played Circling Raven, if you like to travel, if you like to play courses that really have a lot of character and something that's totally unique, I can almost guarantee that you've never played anything like Circling Raven, no matter where you've played in the world, simply because of its setting. Its setting is really so unique and so spectacular, it really has to be experienced to know what I'm talking about in that way. I'd like to invite you to take a tour of Circling Raven at www.circlingraven.com.